What's up, YouTube? This day's been a long time coming. Well, I'm a couple old fashions deep, so if I'm a little bit not quite as with it as normal, that's why. But this guy finally made it in the shop. So, this is my truck, my personal truck, that I've been working on for 6 years. Customers' vehicles kept getting in the way. I never had a spot. Still don't have a spot. It shouldn't be in here, but you gotta have your own ride, right? I mean, I have my little Buick that I cruise around, but I really just want to get this one done. I have some stuff coming up and I don't know if I'll have time for the next couple years, so it's now or never. We're gonna go for it. Let me spin this around and I'll show you what's going on, what's been done, and I'll tell you what we're gonna do. And then probably the next video we'll kick off, because they're all pretty major things that I want to do. So let me spin this around. All right, so this guy here is a 1952. We'll just dig into it. This is a 5.4 dual overhead cam out of a Navigator that I'm gonna run in it. It had a supercharger sitting on it that I got off something else. I kind of hemmed and hawed. It was going to take a lot of work. I decided to ditch it. I've got some other stuff that we're going to stick on this, and we'll go from there. I built a frame for it. You're not going to be able to see very well. I built a firewall for it to kind of make this fit, because I mean, you can see like this thing's gonna be tight. The front clip's just sitting, it's not mounted, but it takes up all of the engine bay. There's nothing left. This guy's pretty cool, but I already flipped the hinges, so it is suicide. I got a bunch of parts that I've just been tossing in here for the day that I could get it back in. I don't think I'm gonna keep this dash. So I love the patina on this truck. Like, this thing has the perfect patina. So it's gonna stay patina. I'll probably just do like a semi or matte clear over top of it. I tinkered around with running boards at one point. This is just mild, but it's all welded in with bronze. And I was hoping the bronze would stay shiny, but it didn't. Because I was hoping for a shiny bronze weld on a patinaed running board, but that's not how it worked out. I don't know if I'm gonna keep these. And I haven't decided what I'm gonna do if I don't. So, coming along to the back. Triangulated 4-link, you can see the frame that I made. This is all gonna stay about like it is, except for this. I just mounted these coilovers to make it halfway a roller. The rear end's a roller right now. The front end, I'm partway through the independent. It's my own design on that. But I want to do cantilever in the rear. I'm either going to mount the coilovers this way with the frame or this way with the frame with the cantilever, probably a 2-to-1 reduction, because these are supposed to be my springs for the front. And my springs for the back are like half of that. These are about right just for a coilover. But I don't want to do coilover. I'm going cantilever. I've always wanted to. I've never done it. So that's going to get changed in the back. It is, what is it? I think it's 20 by 10 wheels in the rear. It's sitting way too low right now. I got to get up a little bit for ride height. But I mean, yeah, here's where it is. Here's the hood here. I cut this much off the bottom of the hood. So probably, I think it's like 1.25 inches. So what I did is I didn't want to cut the cab, channel it, and ruin the patina. This weird drippy shit I think with a little bit of work will come out and it'll be nice. That nice faded blue, green, whatever color. It does have some rust here, which is pretty typical with the F1s. I'll probably replace that, bronze a piece in, let it patina, call it good. So what I didn't want to channel it. So I took the fenders and I raised them 1.5 inches on the body. So the cab actually sits down into the fenders. Yeah, into the fenders. The fenders sit higher, the cab sits lower. And that way it kind of gives it the channeled look without actually being channeled. I've debated chopping it. I'm a little shaky. I've debated chopping it. I haven't quite decided if I'm going to or not. If I do, it'll be mild, like maybe 1.5 inches, not a lot. I already cut the bottom of the hood. I'll finish taking it off that and I'll TIG that bottom piece back on. We'll just kind of let that rust, let that patina settle. But here's where we're at right now. Front suspension, we'll go all through that. I'll do a whole video on the front. I haven't decided if I'm going to cantilever the front or not. I don't know. I've had this truck on the scales already. And with every part that I'm putting on it, I threw it in the truck, threw it on the scales. This thing weighs 2,100 pounds right now. So it's going to be super light. I'm going to throw a cage in. I'll probably do a couple kickers out the backside of the cab down to the frame, tie it all in just to help with torsional factors. Because I really want to make this like a road course truck. And I don't know if we'll get it in this go around. Like my goal right now is just to make it drivable, like running, driving, roller, steering, all that. But my goal long term is to put a set of twins on this and shoot for right around 1,000 to 1,200 horse. It's probably not going to happen right now. I think this motor's like 330, somewhere in there, stock. We'll probably go through it, check it all out. I need to do a little research on cams. We might recam it while we're doing it, because no matter what we do, it's going to have to be dyno tuned. But yeah. Oh, dash. I told you. Oh, I put in a lift, by the way. This was a disaster, but moving on. I don't know if I'm going to keep the factory dash. I think on this one, I want to do a custom dash that's a little more modern. Probably more like the Super Duties where they have the 2 humps. It all comes down, wraps in between the buckets. These buckets are mock-ups, I believe. They might end up staying. I'm hunting for a set of like 15 and up Mustang seats because I like the way they feel, they look good, and I think they'd fit well in this truck. So here's where we're at. Fuel cell, I've already got one made. I made one out of some mirrored stainless years ago. I just got to find it. It'll be in-tank setup. We'll have to figure out where we're going to stab some batteries, what we're going to do for a drive line. I have no idea what gear is in this because I've never checked. We'll have to figure that out. I picked these up used, and whoever had those before had a lot of fun because they're balled to the cords. They spend a lot of time smoking their life away. But yeah, here is our next project. The Jeep's out there. I'm gonna roll it back in. We'll get to the front fenders on that if you're following that. So here's my baby, here's my Focus. We're gonna really hammer on this one. We'll get the Jeep done and out of here. The 40, if you're following that one, all of the parts finally got painted. They're putting it together, and then it'll come in here after this. But we're gonna hammer this one out. So like, subscribe, hit the little bell so you don't miss anything, because this one's gonna be pretty cool when it's all done. And that's it for now. So I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.